You're welcome. Today we'll be learning how to divide whole numbers without a remainder. In this lesson, we're going to be learning how we can easily and quickly divide a whole number. So let us begin. Now, imagine you have a machine that can help you to multiply any number you bring to it. Will you be happy to have that kind of machine? Yes, I'll be happy to have that kind of machine because it will help me to do all the big multiplications I don't like doing. So imagine you have written on the machine the number 4, then you brought 3 to it. Machine, help me to multiply 4 by 3. What will be the answer? 12. 4 times 3 is 12. But what if you want to reverse the process? That is, you have 12 and 4, but you don't know the number you brought. What will you do to the number 12 in order to find the other number? You are going to be dividing. You divide 12 by 4, it will give us 3. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. That's what division does. Division is an operation that can undo what multiplication did. So if you had 4 times 3 to give us 12, you can have 12 divided by any of the factors to give you the other missing factor. Say for instance, 12 divided by 4 give us 3. So in this lesson, we're going to be looking at division as the inverse operation of multiplication. So stick around as we continue. Division helps us to inverse what multiplication did. So for example, if you have the number 16 and you want to divide it by 2, you ask yourself, what number was multiplied by 2 that gave us 16? Like in the example I gave you before. You had 4 and you multiplied it by 3 and it gave us 12. Now you have 16. What number was multiplied by 2 that gave us 16? So if you want to find the quotient, that is the answer we get when dividing two numbers, you ask yourself, what number was multiplied by the divisor to give us the dividend? That number will give us the quotient. So like in this example, 16 divided by 2. What number was multiplied by 2 to give us 16? So you just do your 2 times table, or you skip counting 2's to get that number. So what number was multiplied by 2 to give us 16? So let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That number is 8. So 8 times 2 will give us 16. So the answer to 16 divided by 2 is 8. We'll do a lot of examples to help us understand this concept. What if you have 45 divided by 9? Like we said, you ask yourself, what number was multiplied by 9 to give us 45? So you just do your 9 times table in order to find the answer. What number was multiplied by 9? So we have 9 times 1, 9, 9 times 2, 18, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 36, 9 times 5, 45. So the answer is 5. That means 5 was multiplied by 9 to give us 45. So the value of 45 divided by 9 is 5. What about 24 divided by 6? What will you do? You ask yourself, what number was multiplied by 6 to give us 24? So you do your 6 times table. 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 4 is 24. So the answer of 24 divided by 6 is 4. What about 36 divided by 4? What will you do? You're asking yourself, what number was multiplied by 4 that gave us 36? What will you do? Your 4 times table. So let's go. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 9, 36. So you see that is 9. That means the answer to 36 divided by 4 is 9. In this lesson, we've looked at division as the inverse operation of multiplication. We've learned that anytime you want to find the answer to a division problem, you ask yourself what number was multiplied by the divisor to give us the dividend. That answer will be the quotient. In our next lesson, we're going to be looking at division as repeated subtraction and counting in groups. So until then, keep on learning.